All right, guys. So right now, Amazon is doing their Prime deals or whatever they're calling it this time, and I'm not really sure how long it's going till, but I spent a good amount of time yesterday just kind of browsing different headphones, earbuds, just kind of see what was out there. And I noticed that a lot of deals were on headphones and earbuds that we've talked about, and a lot of the ones that I've recommended. So I figured today's video, I would just do a quick rundown. This is like shotgun style, just going from one to the next. So this is not like full-on reviews. It's not talking about all of the features for each earbud. And this just kind of allows me to go through a lot of different products to let you guys know about the deals going on. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. I will have links to all of these in the description if you do want to check any of them out. And the first ones that I want to talk about are from Skullcandy. Now, the first one is the Skullcandy Method 360 ANC. I've already said this before. I feel like this is like one of the standout products that's come out in the past year. This was Skullcandy just allowing Bose to tune their earbuds. And honestly, it just made for a fantastic earbud. Just the features that you're getting here outside of the pretty large case, the sound quality, the noise canceling, the fact that these normally are supposed to retail for $129, but right now you can get them for $71, makes these an incredible deal. Now the next one is the Skullcandy Aviator 900 ANC. Now this one is the one that I had more of a nostalgic feeling for because I love the original Aviators, but the 900 ANC actually really impressed me because they had really good noise canceling. The styling of these just stood out. Again, it had that similar look to the originals, and the sound quality, once you mess with the tuning, you can get these to sound pretty fantastic. But they do come in with a retail price of $300, which is going to kind of put them up against some of the bigger names. So right now, with them going through the Prime deals, you can actually get them for $188. So that's going to make these a lot more appealing, being in that price range, and I think they really stand out, and I definitely think they're worth taking a look at. Now the next one is one of those earbuds that's kind of been one of my favorites since they were released, and that is the JLab Epic Lab Edition earbuds. Now these normally came in, I think, at $200, but right now through the Prime Day deals, you can get them for $99, and they're still one of the best sounding earbuds that you can buy. They use dual drivers, so you have a dynamic driver mixed with a Knowles balanced armature driver, and they also have that USB-C dongle, which everything at this point uses USB-C, so this kind of allows you to use them on many different devices, not have to rely on Bluetooth, and not have to worry about lag. And right now, being able to get them for $99, I just feel like is a hell of a deal. Now the next one is one of the earbuds we've checked out more recently, and that is the SoundPeats H3. This may to this point be one of my favorite earbuds released this year. It normally comes in at $129, although right now you can pick it up for $103. And it also uses multiple drivers, but this one is using a dynamic driver mixed with two balanced armature drivers. It also supports Snapdragon sound. It has LDAC playback, so you're getting some pretty impressive features here. But again, sound is king, and this is what makes this pair stand out. And being able to get them for around $100, again, I think is what makes these worth checking out. Now the next one is the Shox Open Dots 1. I honestly feel like this is the best premium sounding open ear style clip-on earbud, but I do feel like it's a little pricey at its normal retail price of $199. It's still much less than the Bose clip-on style earbuds, but right now you can get the Shox Open Dots 1 for $149, and I think you're just getting a lot here. You're getting Dolby audio support, you are getting 16 millimeter drivers, so that is really large, and I think they are pushing these drivers quite a bit, where you're able to feel bass, which you don't normally get with clip-on style earbuds. And I just feel like the sound quality is fantastic for this style of earbud, and I think at $150 definitely makes these appealing. Now the next one is kind of an older earbud, but in my opinion, I still feel like it stands out, and that is the Status Between Pro. I went years kind of recommending this as my favorite sounding earbud. It was one of the first ones to use multiple drivers because it is using a 10 millimeter dynamic driver mixed with two balanced armature drivers, and the way that these were tuned just always made them stand out. It just didn't have that overly bloated bass. It just didn't have the bass take over everything else. And there's so much clarity and detail in these. And also it just has a unique look. It's just always kind of stood out. But it right now says that it normally retails for $99, which is less than what it originally came out at. But right now you can pick them up for only $69. And again, I still think it's one of the brightest, cleanest sounding earbuds out on the market. Now, the next three products we're going to talk about are all part of the Basis lineup that we checked out recently, where they, again, kind of like Skull Candy, just let Bose tune all of their products. And Bose did an incredible job with these three Basis products. It just, again, made them have that Bose sound, but not come with the Bose price tag. And the first one we're going to talk about is the XH1. This, in my opinion, is one of the best values when it comes to wireless noise canceling headphones. They already only retailed for $149, but right now through the Amazon deals, you can get them for $109. The noise canceling is fantastic. You're getting Dolby audio support. You're getting LDAC playback. And the sound quality kind of matches some of Bose's more higher end noise canceling wireless headphones. And again, you're not having to have that Bose price tag. Now, the next one is the XC1 from Basis. Now, this is the clip-on style earbud. This one normally comes in at $129, but you can pick it up for $103. And in my opinion, this clip-on style earbud competes with the more premium clip-on earbuds, including the Bose, including the Shox Open Dots. So being able to get them for around $100, I think makes these an incredible value. And then kind of the same thing with the next one, which is the XP1. Now, this is basically the earbud that kind of has that AirPod Pro style with the stem. This one also is tuned by Bose, and it also comes in at $103 right now instead of its normal $129 price tag. But again, the sound quality on these are very close to the Bose Quiet Comfort 2 wireless earbuds that I already own. And you're getting adaptive noise canceling, which I think is really great on this pair. And it's just tuned to be pretty dynamic overall. It's just a fun earbud to listen to. It matches more of the higher end competitors out there. And again, being able to get it for $103 kind of makes this one a no-brainer. Now, the next few that I'm going to list are all from Soundcore. It seems like Soundcore is all in on just dropping prices on a lot of their products through this Prime Day deals. The first one is the AeroFit 2. This one's kind of been one of my favorite open ear products that's come out in the past year. They even upgraded it to have translation features, so you can hear another language, it'll translate it, and then just kind of play it in your ear so you can hear it in your own language. It has LDAC support. It's one of the most comfortable earbuds, and that's important with an open ear style earbud that's made to kind of be on your ears or in your ears all day. And with the original retail price coming in at $129, and right now I think it's more specifically to the blue model, you're able to pick it up for only $77. It was definitely worth putting on this list. Now, the next one is the AeroClip. Now, this is the clip-on style earbuds from Soundcore. This one normally comes in at $169, but you can pick them up for $109 right now. And this is one of the best clip-on style earbuds. This is one of the first ones that I noticed could give you some pretty good punch in the low end. And this is another pair that has LDAC support. It just has a kind of a premium feel overall. I think it's one of Soundcore's best products. So it's definitely worth mentioning on this list. Now, the next one is the Liberty 4 Pro. Now, this is Soundcore's more flagship product. It has excellent noise canceling. It has excellent sound. The case is very unique in the fact that you have kind of a display where you can see some different features, and you can actually swipe and do different gestures to change things on the case itself. So you don't actually have to do it on a phone. You don't have to pull out the phone. And it just kind of makes things convenient, and it's what makes this pair stand out. But on top of that, again, excellent noise canceling, excellent sound, and right now being able to pick them up for only $89 instead of its normal retail price of $150 makes this a great pair of earbuds. Now, the next one is the Bose Quiet Comfort Buds. We'll call this Gen 2, I think is what they're actually calling them. These normally come in at $179, which was already kind of cheap for a Bose earbud. So I felt like they were kind of going more in a value market. But right now, through the Prime Day deals, you can pick them up for only $129. I think this is just one of the best values when it comes to Bose earbuds. You're getting sound quality that's similar to the Quiet Comfort 2s, not necessarily right up there with the Ultras, and the noise canceling was still really good. Now, again, I wouldn't put it on the same level as the Ultras or the Quiet Comfort 2s, but the value here for what you're getting, especially being able to get them for $129, is definitely worth looking, especially if you're looking at Bose earbuds. Now the next one, this one's kind of a strange one, but I've mentioned it many times, and this just seems like another time to mention it, is the Beats Studio Pros. I still feel like this is one of Apple's best headphones. I think it's in many cases even better than the AirPod Pro Max, especially from a value standpoint. Although the original retail price on these is $299, and I do feel like at that price they are a little overpriced. But right now, and most of the time anyway, you kind of see these go on sale for around $169, which is what they are now. And I think at that price tag, it's definitely worth looking at, especially if you're somebody that's already in Apple's ecosystem. You're looking for something that just kind of works well with everything that's tied into the different Apple devices you may have. The noise canceling is good. The sound quality is really good. This one really showed how Beats kind of come a long way from the original ones, which were just all about bass. These have really good clarity, a lot of detail, and then when you mix that with the noise canceling, it kind of isolates you from everything else. And I just think it's a really good pair of headphones, especially at $169. Now the next one is kind of falling in that same category, and this is the Sony Alt Wear. If you don't want to buy the more expensive Sony noise canceling headphones like the XM6 or the XM5s or any of the XM series, the Alt Wear, I feel like, is a really good alternative. Now, it did only come in retailing at $199, but right now through Prime Day deals, it's only $149, and the Alt series means it's really tied into pushing the low end, giving you really aggressive bass. But there are different EQ settings that you can kind of switch these and kind of play around with and get the same or very similar sound signature that you can get out of the XM lineup. And the noise canceling on these, they're no slouch either. Now, it's still not the XM lineup noise canceling, but it is still really good, and it's going to be great in most situations. And at $149, I think it is a much better buy than the other headphones in the XM lineup. Now the next one is the Earphone Air Pro 4. This one I feel like is an earbud that you just have always gotten a lot for your money. They only came in retailing at $79, although right now you can pick them up for $55. And there's just a lot that you're getting here. You're getting that Snapdragon sound. You're getting LDAC playback. It does support aptX lossless. You're getting 11 hours of battery life on the earbuds themselves, just on a single charge. That's without having to put them back in the case. So it's a pair that can last you all day. The noise canceling is good. The sound quality is incredible. And $55 is just, in my opinion, an incredible price for something like this. Now the last one that I wanted to mention on this list is the Tozo NC9. Now this is an earbud that's been around for a while, and each year they kind of upgrade it a little bit more. There's kind of no reason to just disregard it and move away from it. They just improve upon it, and it's just an insane value right now because you can pick it up for $27. And this is just one that the noise canceling, although not the best out there, it's a pretty decent noise canceling. It's the sound quality and the way that Tozo has tuned these that makes them stand out. I mean, the sound quality just has this really bright, detailed sound. The bass has some punch to it, but also has some space at the same time. I always kind of felt like the bass on these kind of resembled what Soundcore does with their earbuds. You can feel a lot of the punch, but you don't feel like it's like right there in your face. And the sound quality has always surprised me on these, and right now being able to get them for $27 just kind of makes them a hell of a deal. It makes it a no-brainer. It's kind of easy to recommend. That kind of wraps up the list of the different ones that I noticed just while browsing, kind of looking up different products that I've recommended. I think this is a good list if you're looking at different earbuds or headphones or whatever to kind of just gauge what different deals are going on right now. But if you guys feel like I missed any, or if there's some that you saw that you would recommend, definitely let me know in the comments section below. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.